lonely. I can fix that.
Welcome back, contestants. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. I had a couple work trips, including one in Honolulu, Hawaii, a big city where I noticed a surprising amount of Japanese baddies walking around. And Embark must have been watching me, because now we have Season 7 of the finals featuring a big city with Japanese baddies walking around. Beyond that, we have the Little Pistol of Healing, Big Ball of Healing, and the Flash and Smash. There's also a bit of a war going on between the hacker group CNS and the cybersecurity company Vaiiya, because CNS is about to expose Vaiiya for
clarity, unity, progress.
Vaiiya, we as one. If you are considering being sponsored by CNS this season, simply reset your mind chip, as this may be the result of a minor bug soon to be addressed in the next software update. CNS claims we are lying about what they have refused to specify because they are simply making up false accusations. As a token of good faith, we are offering our latest Meat Space companion robot for 15% off to any contestant sponsored by Vaiiya. The RoboMommy 9000 is capable of interfacing with your Vaiiya mind chip to more efficiently cater to your wants and needs, making life outside the virtual space just as great as life inside of it. Vaiiya, we as one. Sorry guys, I don't know what got into me there. Anyways, yeah, I'm sponsored by Vaiiya. Fuck CNS, they put terminal attack in the game, and if I wanted to play Counter-Strike, I would just play Counter-Strike. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about all the great things Embark added this season, like the 3 new gadgets. We got the H+ Infuser for the light class, which is a pretty simple gadget. Shoot your teammates to heal them. Wow, it's just like that one gun from Killing Floor. The second one, not that shitty-ass hero shooter they're trying to call Killing Floor 3. I saw a lot of people saying this thing would be pretty busted and make triple light teams really hard to beat, but to be honest, the average light player is never within 50 meters of their teammates, so half of them aren't gonna use this thing anyways. Maybe it'll be busted in high-ranked lobbies, but from my perspective, it's good, but it does require you, as a squishy light player, to stop shooting at enemies so you can heal your teammates. So we'll see how good it ends up being. Medium class has their new breach drill, which is basically their first destruction gadget, although with a small twist. When you place it down, it doesn't just blow up the wall, it also flashes the enemies on the other side of the wall, making it perfect for direct breach on enemies camping indoors. However, it doesn't seem to do a ton more than that, and with medium players already having access to Dematerializer, I don't really know how popular this thing will be. One thing this gadget has going for it is it doesn't seem to have a ton of counters, so at the very least, if you learn how to use this thing efficiently, then you can probably be an absolute monster with ambushes. Something that's sure to be popular is the new healing emitter on the heavy class, or as I like to call it, the heal ball. I can already see the vision. Picture this, 3 heavy players turtled up behind dome shields, goo, barricades, and mesh shields. Impossible to kill because they keep getting healed by the ball, at least until a glitch grenade gets thrown their way. The heal ball is pretty simple. Put it down and it'll heal nearby teammates. Just remember it is a ball, which means it's affected by physics, so explosions and whatnot can make it roll away. But considering this thing doesn't disappear until somebody else destroys it, you can set this thing up ahead of time behind something like a barricade and then just run to it when you need heals, which honestly just sounds a little bit busted. To be honest though, I like this gadget, but if one of these gadgets were to get nerfed, it's probably gonna be this one. But that really depends on how efficient the player base gets with the counters to it and how popular this gadget ends up being. I've always preached how great the data reshaper and glitch grenades were, and even more so now. And funnily enough, the CL40 might also be a good counter against this, since it can make the ball roll away with explosions. You can also just pick up an enemy ball and throw it away, which is kind of funny. But god, I can tell this thing is gonna be an absolute pain in the ass in power shift, even if it doesn't heal very fast. Unfortunately, there's no new weapons this season, which is a real shame because I think this would have been the perfect season for something like a plasma rifle or the Vector or the G36C, since they both look a little bit futuristic. Personally, I think Embark should mix and match new weapons and gadgets for every class every season, rather than just doing new weapons or new gadgets. But the gadgets are a nice addition. They're definitely meant to shake up the game by giving each class a gadget that sort of lets them fill a role they couldn't before, and I'm excited to see how they shake things up. Embark also seems to be shaking up their skins a bit. As usual, the Battle Pass is a straight banger. We got a lot of futuristic skins that I imagine they probably ripped straight from Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know, I haven't played that game. Some of the highlights include Cyclops from the X-Men, this Big Hero 6 Baymax looking ass robot, the Samsung Smart Fridge backpack, also known as our great leader, Sal Scoria, Vaiiya, we as one. But my favorite thing in the Battle Pass has to be RoboMommy 9000. Seriously, just look at that body. Okay, you can look away now, this one's mine. If you wanted one, you should have signed up with Vaiiya for 15% off, brokey. But if you don't like this new Battle Pass, maybe consider buying one of the old Battle Passes. That's right, boyos. If you missed out on some of the older Battle Passes, you'll be happy to know that you can go to the store and buy them right now, including the Season 1 Battle Pass with the alien outfit. The alien hammer gang is so back, boys. These older Battle Passes don't have the multi-bucks or the bonus pages, but it's nice to know that the Battle Passes aren't completely gone once the season ends. All of this is really great, but there's a bit of an elephant in the room I gotta talk about: the Ultimate Battle Pass. Now listen, Embark, you bought some good faith with me by bringing back the old Battle Passes and even giving the Season 1 pass away for free to some people. And right now you can make the argument that this ultimate tier does have pretty good cosmetics and it does come with 1,000 extra multi-bucks. But Embark seems to slowly be adding more and more expensive cosmetics, and there's still a lot of good customer-friendly things about the cosmetics in this game, like the fact that you can mix and match your skins on your contestants however you want, unlike most FPS games where you can only buy one skin for one character and you're not allowed to change it around. And even with the cosmetic wheels that are basically loot boxes, you can still just buy the specific items you want. And yes, I understand it's a free-to-play game, but this is the absolute limit for me in terms of monetization. If Embark and Nexon start doing straight-up scummy shit, like making the cosmetic wheels pay to spin, or adding a skin you can only get by spending 200 bucks, or splitting the Battle Pass up in two like Apex Legends does, I will absolutely have no hesitation to call that shit out. Because at that point, you're just exploiting your fans, and I won't support it. You got that, Embark? I got my... And now for a special message from President Tryper.
Finally, the construction is complete on the Great Big Wall, or as you might call it, the Divide. It's the one in the middle of the map. Built it myself. Have you seen this? State of the art, built to last and keep those filthy hackers on the other side. Trust me, you don't want these people in your neighborhoods. They'll destroy them. Look at our side of the wall. So much cleaner than their side. Good God, where's the sanitation and city workers over there? They just let the plants grow everywhere and leave trash all over the place. A bunch of good-for-nothing moochers, I'll tell you what. Non-tax-paying people who can't even be bothered to keep the streets clean. And the healing gadgets, oh, don't get me started. They just hand them out to light and heavy players so they can take the jobs away from our precious medium healers. If we let them in, they'll change everything around. And next thing you know, they're asking for all the melee weapons to be nerfed into oblivion and for ranked terminal attack again. Protect the finals and our robot wives by getting them out of here. And if you want a robot wife, they're 15% off if you're sponsored by Vaiiya. Back to you, Hyper.
Gentlemen, I think we might have a serious contender for the best map in the game here. Nomi Citadel is probably the most unique map we've gotten so far. It's a futuristic map inspired by Tokyo, although it's not a one-to-one rip of any specific area as far as I'm aware. The big gimmick of this map is the dividing line in the middle that splits it between CNS and Vaiiya. On the CNS side, you have neon streets with some architecture and layout that reminds me of Sys Horizon. And on the Vaiiya side of the map, it's a lot more clean and sleek looking, with some architecture and layouts that remind me more of Fortune Stadium. Basically, Embark got two fan favorite maps and told them, now kiss. Like I said, this is definitely in the running for one of my favorite, if not my favorite map in the game, but we'll see as time goes on. Something I hope they do in the future when this season's sponsor showdown starts is have the whole map turn into Vaiiya or CNS colors, depending on which sponsor is in the lead. By the way, I didn't really mention it earlier, but there is no third sponsor. This season, you're either Vaiiya or CNS, and if you know what's good for you, you'll be signing up with Vaiiya. Vaiiya. We as one. We as one. We as one. Anyways, let's speed run through the rest of these changes because I got a hot date at Texas Roadhouse with my robot girlfriend. You can pick whatever number you want on your contestant now, but I know most of you are just gonna pick 69. Actually, scratch that because Embark apparently hates when people have fun. You can also put stickers on your vaults and cash outs now, and you can shuffle between all the skins you have for weapons and equipment if you hate having to constantly switch around your skins. There's a bunch of new stuff to help out new players, console players can use text chat now, World Tour is a lot less grindy, and most importantly, we finally got a Molotov cocktail skin for the pyro grenade. After over a year of me begging for this in every other video, Embark finally decided that they wanted to make some fucking money. Molotov cocktails, AI girlfriends, healing balls, what else could a man need? Oh, I know. Great music to listen to while you drive in a cyberpunk city with your robot girlfriend. And for that, we have the Season 7 soundtrack, another banger soundtrack by the music team. So as usual, I'm gonna let Embark play us out. Season 7 of the finals gets the Hyperborean Robot Baddie seal of approval. Play us out, Embark. And now for a special message from President Tryper.
This is an emergency announcement. I just read the latest patch notes and saw that Embark has lost their minds. Embark put out a hammer event with hammer skins to get you to spend money. Then they massacred the hammer. Can you believe this? Sledgehammer damage nerf. Who was asking for this aside from the pro players? They're cozying up with the pro players to ruin the finals and make all the melee weapons terrible. First the sword, now the hammer. Well, I won't stand for it. Someone needs to stand up for the majority of the player base, which is why I, God Emperor, President Tryper, Savior of the Finals, will be tariffing the entire country of Sweden at 100%. And don't think I forgot about you, Nexon. 154% tariff on all of South Korea. It's 54% more because you also tried to charge me $100 for bikini skins. I will also be signing an executive order revoking Embark's Robo Baddie seal of approval until they stop sucking off the pro players. Come on, Sal. Let's get the fuck out of here.